What? Who's this guy? What is... Hold on a second. Did we just go back in time?
What's going on?
Did we go back in time? Seriously?
How did I get here?
No, this is like an old live broadcast. It's not live.
It's a replay or something.
Well, welcome to the show. Anybody who's here, it says I got a couple viewers, so that's a big thing. It's gonna be Joe. Where's Joe? Come on, Joe. You've been waiting for us. You didn't know that Tyler was gonna be here, though. Oh, hello! It's a big surprise for you, bud. It's a big end of June surprise. Almost end of June.
We got another week.
Well, actually, technically, the end of June is gonna be the next podcast.
Yes.
Which
that's Canada Day.
Is it? No, first.
Monday is the first.
Technically, they're going to call it Canada Day, even though it's not technically Canada Day because it's not
July 1st is Canada Day.
Is it July 1st? Oh, it would be July 1st. That's right, because June
next
30.
Monday is July 1st.
June 30 is so much echo. We got echo? Oh, shit.
It's probably because we have two.
We're just too damn close.
Does it help if I move this
Maybe
down?
if he moves that down.
I don't know.
Sorry. Hey, listen. You're going to have to deal with the echo. We have Tyler here today. That's what it is. Maybe we got to turn down.
If it helps, I can mute my mic every time I'm not talking and try to micromanage it.
I think. Are you on location? Listen, we're at my place, bud.
We're at my place. That is location.
We're on location.
Isn't that location? Isn't that
Listen, Joe, we were outside at the pool. Okay.
It was so nice today.
It was really nice today. Nothing but sun, and that's what we were doing. And we almost dragged everything outside to do the podcast.
And we thought that's a lot of work.
You don't even know. I got wires on all kinds of shit. And just so you know, look, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you. We got this over here for Tyler, so I would have to kind of drag that out. Fix that, would you? Fix that camera.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything crazy on the feed on my phone right now. Any echo?
What is? Oh, it's the.
Oh, it's the room. He's saying. Oh, maybe it's just the way.
Well, listen, you're gonna have to deal with that, Joe. Sorry.
So.
I don't know. So I don't know if you know my room. My room's quite open. So, but when I'm by myself, you don't get the reverb. But
it might be the second microphone is.
Your mic is pretty close to me.
Should it be angled differently or?
I think it should just be closer to you. The closer it is to your mouth, like this,
I'll just keep it. Just kind of keep it with me.
Yeah.
My little baby.
But hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's sorry about last week, but you know what happens. It's the nice weather, and sometimes you got to make a game time decision.
A game time decision.
I made that game time decision.
Yes.
And it was to keep drinking beers with my friends by my pool, which is right outside. The Tay-Tay hologram.
The Tay-Tay hologram?
Listen, you leave Tay-Tay out of this, okay? Tay-Tay is, I don't know. She's just amazing. Just leave her alone, okay, buddy? We're not talking about Tay-Tay anymore. I don't want to talk about it. She's just retarded. But, yeah. We got things to talk about this week, though. We got things to talk about. And Tyler's here, so it's going to be interesting. It's not going to be just me talking. I'm going to read some shit a little bit, and then we're going to riff. And then we got to get the F out of Dodge because realistically...
the Edmonton Oilers are going to bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada.
That's right. So, sorry for any of you Floridians that may or may not be watching.
I'm not sorry.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be polite. I was being Canadian.
You don't be polite to the Floridians.
I was being Canadian.
At this time.
I was being Canadian. I'm not sorry.
It's game day.
That's true. I was lying, actually, so maybe I wasn't being polite. I'm not sorry at all. I'll be sorry if they lose, but they're not going to lose. They are going to smoke your Florida Panthers. It's going to be
like they have 3 games in a row.
It's going to be some sad news. Sad news for the American family out there. Unless Gary Bettman has set the rig in.
Maybe. I don't know.
He probably has.
We don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
It's like there's gonna be
they've been rehearsing this game all day.
There's gonna be 40 penalties against the Oilers. They're gonna be playing 5-on-3 the whole game. Canada will never win a cup. It's an American sport now.
Well,
yeah. Well,
see what happens tonight.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, bud. I'm not even gonna listen. Screw you, Joe. That's not nice.
That's not nice. Be nice.
Be nice. All right. Well, we got some stuff to talk about. If you're here and you're new to the podcast, well, welcome. If you're not, well, welcome also. We got some stuff. We're going to talk about Canada's take on the whole Civil War thing. It's kind of interesting. We'll read a little article by Politico, and then we'll talk about it. We'll discuss. Also, we're going to talk about The Boys. If you haven't watched The Boys and you aren't watching The Boys, well, you're stupid.
There's going to be spoilers happening.
Yeah, and you're dumb. Watch The damn Boys.
It's good.
Great show.
It's getting worse. They're getting weirdly political.
It is getting weirdly political.
They're adding the woke stuff. But
the weird thing about it is it's getting like the acting and that's getting better. But
the actors are finding the characters.
Yeah.
But the writers are trying to inject
Homelander
their
is
ideology.
unbelievable. The main character is unbelievable now.
Yeah.
He is so good. He's just ridiculous good now. But they're injecting all kinds of woke political bullshit into it. I'm still going to tell you to watch the damn show. So watch it. You're saying Batman is still the big man. Yeah, I know. Still the big man. He still wants your American hockey dominance. Not going to happen. Also, we're going to talk about the Tua girl. Tua.
You saw that video.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this, it's pretty funny.
It's everywhere now.
It's the
it's one of those weird things.
Yeah.
Where it's just all of a sudden everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, it's the meme, man. It's the 2024 meme. Might go into 2025. It's just hilarious, man. We'll talk about that, and we'll show the video if you don't know. It's very short, but anyways, we'll do that. Also, we're going to talk about a little strange fossil found. It's kind of interesting. We're gonna go off the weird and go into a little bit of the sciencey stuff. We'll talk about that. Also, we're gonna talk about Shopify expanding its AI, whatever exposure or features or whatever they're doing with that. It's kind of interesting that Spotify's doing that. Spotify, if you know, they're a Canadian company, and yeah, it's just showing that everybody's kind of adopting the AI stuff, which is both cool and maybe a little scary. I don't know. We're going to have to do
it's going to take over.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to have to kind of do a deep dive into the AI thing because some people still think that it's not necessarily AI and it's just like...
they just don't understand what it can
there is
do.
an argument for it. There is an argument. I would like to kind of get into it on another
Depends
podcast.
on what you're talking about.
But, the whole just basically the way AI answers things, it's almost just that it's like as if it's like an enhanced search, if you will.
Yeah, but sure, you can try to be reductive about it by being technical about how it works.
Yeah.
You can't ignore what it does, what it can do.
True.
You can't ignore the responses,
and I'm not saying I agree with
the
this.
responses that it comes up with to questions. The fact that it clearly understands what you're asking for.
Yeah.
And is given a pretty good over time as time progresses. Just the answers are better and better and better. And
the weird thing about it though is the making up shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know that that's happening as much as people like to claim.
I don't want to get too much into it because this is for like a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to do a whole AI podcast. It'd be interesting. But we're going to talk about the Spotify thing anyway. And we'll end on a really cool show that I was actually just introduced to, literally a lot of minutes, but minutes before the podcast began, called Smiling Friends. It's on Amazon. It's just funny. We're going to play... Yeah, we're going to play a clip from it, and we're going to do kind of a review on that. So if you know what it is, then you'll know what it is. If you don't, well, you're going to learn. So if you haven't already and you are a podcast watcher and you like the podcast, do like and subscribe to the channel. That kind of stuff. The engagement, obviously. Engaging with the channel helps the algorithm, lets the algorithm know that people like this and they can't thwart us. They can't, kill the content, which happens when I talk about the wrong things. Also, if you miss any part of the podcast and you want to catch pieces of it, you can catch it during the week, anywhere from Tuesday through Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and share that content, comment. I welcome all comments. They're negative comments. Tyler doesn't mind either. Negative comments are funny, as long as you make them funny. If they're just stupid, then you're stupid, and we don't like that. But whatever, you're helping, so go ahead. And make the negative comments all you want. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it because, like I said, we got a game to watch, and Joe's waiting. Where the hell's Gizzo? Where the hell's everybody else? Come on, let's go. All right, let's get on to this. Let me pull this up.
Make sure you.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Okay, so you can see by the picture, the dill hole picture there. That, if you don't know who
He
it
looks
is, my
just like
friends,
his father.
that is Fidel Castro Jr. I mean, Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister extraordinaire. He's fantastic. He's done so much good.
He's done a great job.
Oh, in like less than 10 years, he has really done like a really, really good job for this country.
You know, have you seen the ads? The Conservative Party ads, where they play Trudeau's clip where it's like it's time.
Oh
for
yeah,
a
yeah,
change.
time for a change.
And it shows the increase in
Yeah.
homelessness.
And they show all the homeless people and stuff.
And like
That's
all
fantastic.
the problems that have come up in the last what are we going on 7 years or so or something like that, or 9 years or.
I love you too, by the way, Joe. Yeah, I've seen that one. It's funny. Okay, well, Canada seems to be aware of the fact that there may be a civil war looming.
Canada and the UK are talking about this.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that, countries who are allied and connected to the United States are kind of talking about like, all right, what's going on here, and maybe starting to seriously consider the implications of the U.S. breaking out into a full-blown civil war.
Yeah, it's not.
Whatever
I don't
that
think
looks
it's
like, because it's a modern day thing. It's a whole new
Yeah.
era. It's not like, I don't know. I mean, maybe we do see violence in the streets. I don't know that.
I don't think it's hyperbolic anymore to say it. And Tim Pool's been talking about it for a while, but some people
write
think
about it for a while.
I think so too. I'm going to read this article real quick. Political. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's political and it's dumpster fire. But let's see what they have to say. So Canada's big worry: U.S. civil war. When Justin Trudeau meets Joe Biden in the G7 summit in Italy this week, Trudeau will probably not ask whether the United States is at risk of erupting in civil war in the next few years. Of course not. A think tank hosted within Trudeau's government is already pondering that question. In a spring report titled Disruptions on the Horizon, a quiet office known as the Policy Horizons Canada. That sounds a bit nefarious, doesn't it? Policy Horizons Canada. Yeah. We pay for a lot of bullshit up here.
There's a lot of insidious. We have don't we have like a Ministry of Truth here?
Yeah.
Like,
you can't make that shit up.
we have a lot of stuff.
We
in
got
this
some
country.
weird shit. We get taxed out of our assholes though, so there's a lot of money to be paying for all these programs that we don't want to pay for. But all right, so the Policy Horizons
It'd be fine
Canada.
if they worked.
What's that?
It'd be fine if they worked.
Well, that's true. That would be fine, but they don't. Policy Horizons Canada proposed American Civil War as a scenario that Ottawa should consider preparing for. This hypothetical was tucked into the middle of the 37-page document, which sketched the possibility in 15 spare words: U.S. ideological divisions, democratic erosion, and domestic unrest escalate, plunging the country into civil war. What did they fucking type that into ChatGPT?
Well, there are media companies that are doing that. So
that feels like you just said, "Hey, ChatGPT, in 15 words,
write this, yeah,
write
basically,
this," and
something
that's
like that.
basically what it came up with. Come on, only out of Canada, this kind of stuff can come out. It's an unsettling thing to find out your immediate neighbor is getting nervous about the possibility of gruesome violence in your home. Oh, shut up. There has been no shortage of...
Although, what I will say, you talk about the violence thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about it, but, our local situation.
Yeah.
People are very prone to jumping to violence these days.
Yeah, that's true.
And doing insane, unhinged things.
This is true.
So,
if you get
like,
the woke mob, man, they're the worst, right?
Yeah, it just any mob. Like, it's just so weird how it seems. It's almost, maybe it's not a modern day thing, but it almost seems like now more than ever, people are prone to that. They're prone to doing these unhinged things. The mob mentality of we're going after this thing. This is a thing, and we're attacking it now. And they'll do genuinely insane, unhinged.
Well, it's
things.
because they're being being celebrated for it, right? When people are doing this kind of stuff, and it's like, oh, you get a bunch of these crazy people will jump on board and be like, yeah, and they live stream stuff, and it's like, oh, you get a bunch of people watching. So
and it just barrels out of control. It just
escalates, right?
And it's like, so like what happens if there is I mean, we've had stuff, right, like January 6th or whatever, where there's some kind of unrest. You had the Summer of Love, where billions of dollars of property damage, and
it was lovely.
Like, You
I
know,
know.
how long until it just breaks down into just straight outright violence, just people attacking each other in the streets? It splits up into factions. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. But the Policy Horizons report surveyed hundreds of experts and government officials about disruptive events that Canada might do well to prepare for. Then the authors classed those scenarios based on the likelihood they will occur, how soon they will happen, and how much chaos they might create. So they're doing work, like they're it's almost like they're doing good work to prepare for this scenario, which is kind of funny when you say it that way. Like, they're saying these scenarios, but they're doing like all this work to sort of prepare for these scenarios. I don't know. I'm not gonna read any more of this. It's just funny. Like, obviously, an article like this is a bit of a fluff piece.
It is just interesting that you have major nations kind of discussing this possibility, because the United States is such a powerhouse globally, and there are so many implications if the U.S. kind of starts to crack,
Right.
and now is divided amongst itself. There's a lot of implications to all of the trade deals that it has with the world, all of the agreements that it has, responsibilities that it's supposed to uphold. And I mean, a lot of those the world doesn't even want, because they're all military. They're like, no, just how about you get out of here?
Yep.
How about you get out of Iraq?
Well, that's the scariness about this, right? If there were any kind of civil,
Joe's right there.
What's his name?
After the election, neither side's going to accept the results.
I
think we're there.
100%. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which way.
Well, in 2016, the Democrats denied the election, and
that's just a new thing.
2020, the Republicans denied the election. But it's not just a new thing, because now it's been happening since Al Gore.
Yeah.
And now, with this particular time, now how dare you question?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How dare you?
For anybody listening, the Al Gore was the 2020 or the 2000 election. I mean,
I don't even know what year. I was 3.
Yeah, it's the 2000 election when they contested the Florida outcome, and which led to Bush winning. But it was highly contested. It's pretty much been, other than Obama, actually maybe Bush's second term wasn't really contested, but usually second terms aren't contested.
Second terms are,
because
it's harder.
It's usually
to
a foregone
contest.
conclusion that a president's going to do it again. But
but when you contest it, if it's Trump, when all of the metrics were anomalies.
Yeah.
Every single metric that typically predicts an election went the other way. So if you even have questions, how dare you? Right? That's a new move. That's a new.
That is definitely
narrative.
a sort of a new narrative. Yeah.
And so who knows what's going to happen?
I'll tell you though, it's a little scary when and now other countries are talking about civil war in the U.S.
They're trying to prepare. They're trying to set up for, like, what do we do?
That's it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, do you think we're kind of, are we on the cusp of a U.S. civil war, or is it just hyperbolic at this point? All right. So, Mr. Joe, you had a lot of stuff to say. Pierre's taken over. He already took over.
They kicked him out of Parliament for calling Justin Trudeau a wacko.
Yeah. Justin's not actually doing shit. It's Pierre. Pulling the strings.
4D chess.
When Justin met Joe, it sounds like gay rom-com.
We were in it. Yeah, I think he's right. I think we've been in a civil war. Like, not just the United States. I think the Western world is in a civil war. I think it's divided between, like, the woke people and the non-woke people, the more, actual liberal-minded, more libertarian-minded people.
You wouldn't know if you're in a civil war. You wouldn't know.
Eventually, you'll know.
Well, you'll know when the shots.
But you don't know immediately.
But you don't know right away. It's like the Cold War for years, right?
Well, how long did it take before World War II was acknowledged to be a World War II?
Right.
Years,
exactly.
Many years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, we'll see how this goes, I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on to the next thing. We're gonna have to really barrel through these things, because the problem is Tyler and I can get talking, and we, especially when something's interesting. Hopefully, some of this stuff
we can blast through pretty quick.
Yeah, this probably we can blast through. Okay, so the
You've probably
boys.
seen this by now.
Yeah, you had to. If you're watching the boys, you know what the boys are.
Yeah.
Like that show is. Then you're probably privy to this whole story of the Starlight character getting some weird plastic surgery between season 3 and 4.
She denied it too.
Yeah,
But it's so obvious, and you can see it in the show, and you can see that they're doing a lot to hide it.
Why are they denying? Like, you see people that are doing this plastic surgery, they deny it all the time. Like okay, oh, this is not gonna show like that. Ah, damn it.
That's what she looked like before.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's a lot of pop-ups.
I'm getting a lot of pop-ups.
You just get out of there.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see this over to the right here. You can see her face. This is season 3, and this is pretty much now.
Well, basically season 1 through 3.
Yeah.
She looked
I
very
mean, this
similar.
is kind of for me. This almost looks bang on to what she looks like on the show.
Yeah, but that's because they're trying to hide it.
Yeah. But what I'm saying though is like you look to the left and you look to the right.
She did, I believe, 2 different, like 2 stages of it.
Yeah.
So she did the one, and then she took it further, and so that the first comparison that we showed there.
This is funny though. That's not, not even the
Is
same
that
person.
Megyn Kelly?
That's Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
It's like they put them side by side, so you look at it and go, "Is that her?" No, that's not.
No.
That's Megyn Kelly.
Yeah,
But
that
that
right
is
now
not.
it's such an extreme difference,
Yeah.
and it's like it's just insane. Why do you
Yeah.
feel like you have to do that?
You know what? I don't know. There's a lot of pressure on women nowadays to.
Sure. The problem is she was gorgeous before.
Yeah.
She went from being gorgeous to like, what are you, like Skeletor?
See, I don't. See, I'm like we talked about this before. It's not really my cup of tea, but I can't deny she's a good-looking woman. When she did all that work, it kind of ruins it for me.
It looks
It
completely
just looks
unnatural.
Yeah, it just looks unnatural. That's the weird thing about when women do all this work. They don't realize that you're screwing with the natural.
Very, very specific ratios.
Right.
Very precise
Yeah.
ratios.
You're leaving that to some doctors.
You feel like, oh, if I had bigger lips, then I would be prettier. But the reality is, the prettiness of your face is relevant to where everything is and the proportions of everything.
Right.
And your body fat percentage helps. When you expand any of that, you fuck up with your cheeks, you fuck with your lips, you fuck with your eyebrows. It creates an artificial look.
Yeah.
And people don't recognize you as a human female.
Right.
Right? Like people immediately are like, something's wrong with what I'm looking at. I don't know necessarily. If it's very subtle, it might be like, I don't know what it is, but there's something off
I
here.
think everybody that's honest would say that they would like certain things about themselves changed. I'd love to change a couple things about my.
But a lot of it is relative to other people.
But
And so it's like if you took the trait that you liked about that other person,
Yeah.
but put it onto your body, that one trait, it's going to look weird.
I just smash Brad Pitt's face on my face.
You just smash it on
I
there.
just smash it right on there. I just have a
smush it in there.
Yeah, I'd have a Brad Pitt face. If I could do that, I would just be like, just make his face my face, and we're good. Just do a face off.
Just do face off with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't take away from the fact that the show is really good. It's a little distraction.
It's just fun to see that you can tell that they are doing a lot to try and hide it.
Yeah, it is strange. Let us know in the comments what you think about her. I don't know. You think she looks better? You think she looks worse? If you think she looks worse or better, I mean, I think
You're wrong.
I think you're wrong. But we'll see what you think. Angelina Jolie is the only one that can pull off those lips. Yeah, well, Angelina, I think she had some work done.
Probably.
I think she did. She was stunning.
She's like before my time though.
Yeah, I mean, what is she now? Like she's in her 50s now. She's like 55 or something. So it's like all the women that I love are.
Megan Fox is my time, and Megan Fox did some stuff.
Megan
I
Fox
think.
is not your time. Megan Fox
she
is
is.
older than you, bud.
No, but my time, like when I'm a coming to age teenager.
Yeah, but she's
was when Megan Fox was there.
Isn't
like,
she like
I watched,
37 or something like that?
Yeah, but I was 13 when she was like 21 and
No, she
in
didn't
Transformers or whatever, however old she was
Okay,
when she
well,
was.
then
in
you
her
were a
prime.
pervert.
Yeah, well,
Look at
I
that
was a
old man.
13-year-old. Aren't all 13-year-olds perverts?
It's probably.
It'd be weird if you found a 13-year-old that wasn't a pervert. It's like there's something wrong with this kid.
It's probably true.
But that's the thing, that Megan Fox is my generation, because that movie, that Transformers movie, that she's known for being like the hot chick in, the first one.
Yeah.
I saw that in the theater. I remember
Right.
seeing that in the theater, and that was like in the early days of me starting to notice women.
Yeah.
That's why she's my generation.
Yeah.
Not because she's my age.
True. She was a little young for me, but that's fine. I mean, she's way old for me. That's what I meant to say. All right. Well, let's get into the next thing here. Whip. Okay. So if you've lived under a rock, if you've been under a rock, you haven't heard of this.
Well, it's only been 2 days or so.
But I'm telling you, man, this is like wildfire. Oh, the hot tour girl. Hot tour girl.
You sound like you know what you're doing. Like you've been there.
Well, listen,
You know what she's talking about, and you've been in that position.
Listen, I could get around it if I had to. I could figure it out if I had to.
If I had to,
All
I
right?
could make it work.
Enough money, power, whatever it was. Okay, so if you don't know what it is, you don't know. If you do, you know. But if you don't, I'm going to play the video. So you can see what we're talking about here. This girl went quite viral, or this video went viral.
All of a sudden, this is everywhere.
Yeah, it's just everywhere. And again, you may have even heard of it like I did, but you didn't know what you were hearing about. But let's play this. This is really short, so here we go. Oh, is it going to play?
I think it double clicked back.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta get in that dude. Spit on that thing.
And then we got a weird guy.
Get that guy out of here.
Yeah, we'll just
I
leave
don't
the guy
like
on
that
there.
guy.
I know, I don't like that guy either. But we'll leave him on there. Look at his weird face.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't know where she's from. But I think a lot
Somewhere
of
in the
people
south.
People want to know where she's from, I think.
People want to know.
Right.
I just want to buy her dinner.
You know what? Well, see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's just see where this
I
goes.
want to get to know her. That's all. I just want to get to know her. I like her for her.
Yeah. I like her spirit. I like what she's doing.
I think she has a great personality.
I feel like her personality is probably her strong point.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with hot Tua.
No, I mean, it's just, I don't even care about that.
This podcast brought to you by Sleeman.
2.0.
We're drinking beers.
What?
What? No, we're not.
We don't do that ever.
No, this is for kids. This podcast is for kids.
It's for kids.
Yeah, she seems very nice. Joe has to say there. I think she seems very nice too. She seems like a really good girl, down to earth.
Yep.
Probably, you take her home, meet mom.
She's worth taking home.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's definitely worth taking home. I don't
Yeah.
know if you want her to meet mom, but yeah. So let us know what you think in the comments about the hot Tua girl. All right, we're just blasting through. Where are we at? 7:27. Oh, we got 3 more to do. We got to get done by like 7:45, 7:50.
Yeah, we gotta call an Uber.
Yeah, we got to get an Uber. We got to get an Uber to where we're going. All right. Well, this is kind of whatever, but I want to talk about this because it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to read a little bit, so kind of irritating when you're drinking, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So they found a weird, interesting fossil of a creature from like 500 million years ago.
That's not that long ago.
Well, actually, I mean, what, humans have been on
That's only like double your age.
how many years? Humans.
Human beings?
Yeah.
Modern humans, I think, we're potentially looking at 4-ish million years, depending on where you draw the line.
So 500 million, man.
Like a couple million to 4 million.
So what's a couple million between friends? It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. But this is back.
But
a little ways.
human-like for a lot longer.
Yeah, well,
right, like monkey kind of. Or
well,
like
we could get into some esoterical stuff when we talk about.
What do you call it? Australopithecus or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's the.
They're like the humanoids, but not human yet.
Right. Pre-human, but.
Or maybe it's that the anatomically correct human is 200,000 to 1 million.
I don't know exactly.
And then very close to human is maybe like 4 million.
That's when the Anunnaki came in and screwed with some stuff.
And wasn't that 12,500 years ago?
Probably. Let me read this article.
No, wait, that's when they blew everything up.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. This
is CNN Science. I'm going to read very quickly. It's CNN, so it's a bag of shit. But let's go on anyway. A weird sea creature was anatomically unlike anything ever seen. Flipping it around led to a revelation. Okay, so an extinct ribbon-like sea creature about the size of a human hand was one of the earliest animals to evolve a precursor of a backbone. Scientists recently identified the animal's nerve cord by using a topsy-turvy twist. They turned its fossils upside down. Oh, wow. So smart, eh? They went, you know what if we
They're
just
doing a
turn it
lot.
upside down? They're doing a lot. Paleontologist Chris Doolittle. Whatever. Can't make that name up, man. Charles Doolittle Walcott. This sounds like one of the articles I was making up.
Well, it's like when Joe Rogan had that debate between Graham Hancock and Flint Dibble, and Flint Dibble looks like a Flint Dibble. It looks like when you say, "Oh, Flint Dibble's coming," you have an image in your mind.
You go, "Oh, that's gonna be like."
He looks like that,
and then he comes in and you go, "Fuck, that's the guy.
That's the guy that I imagined.
I manifested him. I made him with my mind." So Charles Doolittle Walcott first encountered fossils of Pikaia in the Burgess Shale deposits of British Columbia. So up in Canada, up where we are. Not quite. It's west.
I think there's a lot of stuff up here because of the cold temperatures preserve things better.
So it was dating to 508 million years ago and described them in a 1911 treatise. Look at that is, I don't know. The animal measured roughly 6.3 inches or 16 centimeters long and had a flattened, sinuous body and a tiny head, tipped with 2 tentacles and fringed with external gills. So it was weird. It was kind of like an eel almost.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Here's some pictures of it. Of the fossil anyway, so you can see it kind of looks like an eel. But like I said, the interesting thing about this is it's a chordate, so meaning that it has a vertebrae and it has a spinal cord in there, which would be one of the first, I think, anyway.
Well, it would make it a common ancestor of everything.
Yeah. Because
everything, all of the spines are basically the same, I think.
Well,
like relatively speaking,
yeah,
they're pretty much. It's like we all have this nerve that goes a certain way, and in some animals, like in a giraffe, it's the same nerve, but because of the long neck of the giraffe, the nerve goes in a weird. It goes like all the way up and around and down, and it's because it comes from like a fish where it was like a straight line, but then as animals developed, it got more like twisted and entangled into the system. So it's like this would imply that this is more of a common ancestor to everything that has a spine.
It's funny that you said that about the nerve. Finding the nerve. Pikaya's presumed blood vessel was also anatomically puzzling as it lacked the branches typically found in vertebrae blood vessels. It's a single line going through most of the body up until the head where bifurcates. Oh, geez. Bifurcates into those 2 strands into the tentacles. Yeah, so this is a long article. Oh, I kind of ended a little bit quick, but I don't want to read anymore. Just wanted to show you this very interesting looking creature, and it's kind of cool that they're finding some new stuff like that when you think about the fact that science has been doing science for a long time.
I mean, has it though? Relative. I mean, kind of.
Maybe
but
not actually.
Modern science is different, but modern science is almost. It's hard to say, right? People have this weird idea that modern science is somehow better than not modern science, but I feel like it's almost just as ideological, or not, if not more.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the good news is they actually didn't find any coronavirus in this.
Thank
thing
God.
when they were doing it.
Thank God. We were all worried.
Yep. Oop. I didn't hit it.
You missed.
I missed it. All right. What are you saying, Joe? Here, what are you saying? I would think that observing and studying all sides of the fossil would be part of it.
Well, you would think that,
you
but
think that,
are
but
you
would be wrong.
Are you a fossilologist
right.
to tell us that?
Joe, listen, man, you're just a guy, okay? Have you found fossils?
Yeah, do you study fossils?
And you study fossils?
How many papers have you written on fossils that you found?
He's going to presume to, like, well, I'm just going to take the fossil, I'm going to turn it around. Like you
what?
Know. Come on, Joe.
Like you know.
That's a novel idea. Like, you got to be doing fossils for at least 20, 30, 40, 50 generations before you learn, turn them over, take a real look.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's a very complicated thing, man. All right, 7:34. Let's keep going. Why is this not? There? Oh, what's going on?
You got another tab open.
What? No.
No, the Edge tab.
Oh, why is the Edge tab open? Oh, that one. That's what it is. All right. All right. So Spotify has jumped into the AI sphere as well.
They've been at it for a while.
They have been, but now they're just beefing it up.
Everybody is, right? Apple just released their stuff.
Well, Apple's
Basically.
finally jumped into it, kind of. Like I just talked about that in the last podcast a couple weeks ago, where they're behind. Like they're
Not really though, because they're tying themselves to OpenAI.
sure.
So instead of being behind, they're just kind of attaching themselves to the leader.
Yeah, it's essentially what they've done is they've tied themselves to the person who's running the fastest. But they were behind and now they've caught up just by playing tricks, I guess.
It's still not theirs.
No,
right? Because the whole idea is that theirs.
Well,
it can do some things.
MSN or like Microsoft and who's the other one that's ahead of them? NVIDIA, obviously. And
Microsoft owns OpenAI, like a significant stake.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is just the
chips,
the hardware.
Yeah, the hardware.
Now they're doing some stuff, but I don't think it's so much around the AI itself, but more so, I think they're designing chips that are designed to run AIs better, more efficiently.
All right, well, let me read this article here. This is Microsoft, MSN, so we'll see what they have to say about this. Spotify beefs up AI offerings with new products meant to boost merchant sales. Why is this? Shut up. I hate when they do this kind of stuff. Spotify is boosting
hot singles in your area. I want to talk to you right now.
The Ottawa-based e-commerce giant revealed a succession of AI-related
I didn't know that they
products.
were in Ottawa.
You didn't know they were Ottawa-based?
No, I didn't
That's
know
what I said. They're
Shopify's
Canadian.
Ottawa, yeah.
Shopify started in Canada. The Ottawa-based e-commerce giant revealed a succession of AI-related products Monday during its semi-annual showcase event called Spotify Editions, which spans more than 150 new offerings this round. Among the busiest are a new AI tool that will suggest personalized responses merchants can use to reply to customer emails. So it's going to be just auto.
It's a chatbot.
Chatbot for auto thing. So, I mean, whatever. Yeah. Obviously, everybody's going to use it for that kind of stuff.
Everybody's hopping into this.
Yeah, like that would be stupid if you didn't. Like, that's the best way you can use it right now for things like that, like auto response, things like that. The new features Spotify is launching come
Shopify.
It's
different.
Yeah, it's two different companies.
Spotify does music.
Whatever. The same difference, man. It's a good thing you're here to correct me, or else Joe would have to correct me. New features Shopify is launching come as a race to adopt AI ripples across the globe. It's probably a little bit of this, but pushing a growing number of firms to determine how the technology can be used to turbocharge productivity and efficiency. All right. I don't want to continue reading. See how it says continue reading there? I don't want it. So
it might ask you to pay if you click it.
No.
Oh, no? Okay.
But I'm not gonna, because screw you guys. Screw you, Microsoft. I'm not gonna read. Yeah. So
everything's adopting AI. AI is getting a little out of hand.
A little bit.
It's insane how good it is already.
We'll see. We'll
We're
see.
in the early days.
Or if it's gonna end the world, or if it's gonna help us shop for things on Shopify.
Well, it's definitely gonna help shop for things.
Listen, I have questions. I have questions, Shopify. Can I speak to somebody? No, you can speak to an AI.
That's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah.
What that was idiocracy.
Yeah.
The AI did the things like I want to talk to a person.
Yeah.
Okay, go to there.
Yeah.
And it just like told him to do the thing that he didn't want to do or whatever.
Right. So, we're in weird times. All right. Well, that's all I have to say about that. Let me know what you think in the comments about AI taking over the world. What do you got to say, Joe? There's a man. Oh, what would you say? I hear NVIDIA also working on APUs too. Then, of course, the 50 series graphics cards. Yeah. Well, NVIDIA's been quietly a monster for years, and nobody knew about it until just the last few years. Really.
Well, this thing hasn't been a monster.
No, but what I'm saying is they've been building themselves they've been doing all the right
They've been putting
shit.
themselves in the position to be the dominant chip maker.
Yeah.
And now that, I don't know, I guess you can argue that now the entire economy revolves around chip production. AI or NVIDIA is right there.
Yeah.
They're leading the charge. That's why they're now the most valuable company. I think I read it to you, is over 500,000% since IPO, which was 99.
Seems weird. That seems weird, but
yeah. Well, you were old enough in 99 to buy NVIDIA.
Yeah,
So what were you doing?
Okay, shut up. All right.
Why didn't you?
Yeah, I probably bought an NVIDIA
You were even better.
graphics card or something.
You probably owned them without even realizing it.
Right.
You could have also bought Bitcoin in
Joe,
2010.
Joe, tell him to shut up. This is why he's not doing the podcast anymore, because I don't like when he talks to me like this.
I couldn't buy Bitcoin in 2010. I was 13.
Yeah, well, you should have. You were a stupid person.
You could have.
You were a stupid person.
I didn't have my own money.
You could have. Well, you should have had your own money, you fucking grub. All right, let's get on the last thing here, because we got an Oilers game to watch. We'll probably get through this pretty quick anyway, but we're going to make fun of this.
This is a hilarious show.
Yes.
This clip.
So, if you don't know what it is, we're going to teach you. Smiling Friends. It's a hilarious new show. How new? Second season, right?
Yeah, I don't know when the first season came out.
But it's on Amazon.
They're releasing episodes right now. They're like going through season 2. I think they're releasing like weekly or something.
Right. So this is your sort of like impromptu review, I would say. We're going to play a little clip from this. This clip is hilarious. So you're welcome. If you don't want to watch, you want to watch it on your own, well, spoiler alert, we're going to play something, so don't watch.
It doesn't matter. It's not really a spoiler.
I guess not.
The way the show works is not really a spoiler.
But, well, here. So check this out. Oh, come on.
Hey, by the way, we were like running out. Did you see that alien Tony Hawk?
Yeah, I did see that actually. It looked pretty fun.
Look at people like did that on Earth. Do you like buy that somewhere? What?
Yeah.
Get towards it like.
I like the conversation back there.
Probably because it is an alien game. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was just looking at stupid.
It's just stupid.
It's just stupid.
People are approaching us.
I always wanted to see from space. Wait, what am I looking at? What is that?
I like his two eyes, too.
They're different size.
Dude, that's completely flat. It's 100% flat.
That's what I'm saying.
It's probably real, right? We're looking at it, dude. The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
There's how we can't actually be flat, right?
There's the glass dome, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my.
There's the glass dome.
This can't be real. That's coming.
We need to take this. Cannot tell anybody. This changes literally everything. This changes everything.
I think we can't talk. We can't.
I might actually get back to what I
It's called the firmament, stupids. God, it's called the firmament, man.
The glass dome thing is referencing a part earlier in the show where they're at Pim's UFO group, and the one crazy guy is talking about how the Earth is flat and there's a glass dome around it, and that's why the aliens don't come all that much, because they have a hard time getting through the glass dome. So it's referencing it earlier in the episode.
I love these kind of shows, man. They're hilarious.
Episodes are only like 10 minutes long, and that's my only thing that I hate about it, because I want to just watch an hour at a time. It's
kind of like Robot Chicken used to be like that.
Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Yeah. And just funny.
It's just like an absurdist kind of comedy.
Yeah. Nobody you really know runs it or anything like that. Like we were looking at the cast, and I was like, I don't know anything.
Well, it's a YouTube guy.
Yeah, they're just YouTube.
It's like it's a YouTube thing.
So I guess if
you
know, you know.
That you see some creators who've been doing. I guess they've been doing cartoons on YouTube for a while, and they've based some of the stuff in Smiling Friends off of some of those things. So it's kind of like they've got their start, and they were doing it on YouTube, and someone gave them a contract.
Good. I mean,
for
that's
a show, and
that's the way it should go.
It's
man.
Amazing.
That's the way it should go. If you find somebody that's fun and funny and just talented,
it's crazy. Those guys who are voicing those characters, they come by it so naturally, because there are clips of them on YouTube. They're just like playing a game, right, or something.
Yeah.
And they're just getting into a weird conversation where they'll like give a hypothetical or something, and then the next 10 minutes is just a hilarious back and forth of them trying to sort out the hypothetical. Like it's just a hilarious thing.
Yeah.
And they just come by it so naturally.
Well, if you haven't seen this show, go check it out. It looks hilarious. I haven't really checked it out because he's just kind of brought it to my attention, but I'm definitely going to watch a lot of this.
You can watch all of it in like 2 hours, because there's only 10-minute episodes. But
yeah,
that's
let us know what you think.
To criticize about it.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more in future podcasts. At least I might. All right. Okay. Well, that's where we at. 7:44. You're with us still,
Pretty
Joe.
much right there.
Yeah, we're pretty much right there, man.
We picked up another viewer.
Yeah. It's always if you watch. Sometimes it'll go up to like 7 or 8, even. Like it's weird. People come on.
It's not weird. That means there's 7 or 8 people watching.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's weird that they don't talk. I find it weird. Just jump in the comments, people. Yeah. So that's kind of it. That's kind of all we're gonna do because we gotta.
I'm gonna
Hockey
watch
game to watch.
the Edmonton Oilers bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada.
Yeah. Screw you, Americanos.
What was the last? It was the Canadians, but it was what in the
93.
90s? 93.
93. The Montreal Canadiens.
So 21. I'm sorry, 31 years.
31 years. It's been 31 years. That's weird, man. Because there's enough teams that you'd think it would have come back sooner.
Well, six or seven Canadian teams, depending on the
That's
year.
what I'm saying. Out of
30
teams.
30 total, 32 recently.
So it kind of seems like it should have come earlier.
Yeah,
Especially with like the
but it
Leafs.
is a strong ratio.
Yeah.
Against them.
Let's be real. Most of our great Canadian players go down and play.
And we all know
American
that the
teams.
Maple Leafs are cursed, so they're basically out of it.
Yeah.
So
No, the Maple Leafs just don't want to win.
uh,
There's no need to win. They just.
basically they have the biggest market cap in
That's right.
the league.
Well, Joe, thanks for being with us, buddy. You're the only one that had any balls to say anything. So, as always, thanks, buddy. Sorry we weren't here last week, or I wasn't. Tyler might join me from time to time. We'll see. I don't know. It's up to him. He vacated.
I have to masturbate a lot on Mondays,
Yeah. So
so it's kind of messy.
Mondays could be a bad day for him.
It's a problem.
Well, if you are a watcher of the podcast and you're not yet a subscriber, why? Just subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I mean, not yet. Might soon. But no, I'm kidding.
It might.
No,
We're gonna put the whole thing behind a paywall for all three of you right now watching.
Right now, all three of you are gonna have to pay.
listen. There's 3 people watching right now. If you each just split $2,000 a month each, we could do it full time.
We can do it full time. I'm just saying. So just think about it.
That's it. It's
Joe,
$2,000 a month.
Get off your wallet,
And that's
buddy.
that's Canuck money.
Yeah, I know exactly.
That's not even
That's
for
like
you
$3 American.
For you Americans,
Come on, that's nothing American. So, yeah. So if you are watching and you do like the podcast, do subscribe, hit the like, hit all that kind of stuff. Engagement is what keeps the channel going. Also, if you missed any part of the podcast and you want to check it out without actually watching the whole 50 minutes of the podcast, you can check out in small dose clips. I'm looking this way. It's funny because I should be looking there. Small dose clips during the week, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And obviously, if you watch those, like them, share them, all the engagement, that all counts as well. Comments, move the needle as well. So anything you can do to help a small channel, it helps because we're fledgling right now with just over 300 subscribers. And, so some of you like the show and some are either silently like the show or they don't like the show and they're just accidentally subscribed. I don't know. But
Canadian money will not be worth more rather than sooner. I understand that the American system is fucking their money up, but we are leading the way. Believe
we
me.
are. Trust me. Don't worry. Our dollar would probably worth like 40 cents to one of your
Unless
dollars.
we start digging up all the oil that we have and actually using it, we are not going to maintain value in our currency.
We're in trouble. All right. That's it. We're going to go watch a game. Hopefully, like I said, we're going to watch our Edmonton Oilers bring the Stanley Cup back.
It might
to
boost
Canada.
the Canadian economy too. So,
I think it could. It would give us a 1% boost.
Yeah, the dollar might be actually worth more after this.
Thanks for watching. Check me out. Maybe Tyler. We'll see. I don't know. Depends. If we get a big
Subscribe
boost,
to my OnlyFans.
if we get a big boost in subscribers over the week, then I'm gonna trick Tyler to come back. Maybe I'll just catch him candidly on camera and he won't even know. But either way, I'll get him back if we get a big
Go
boost in
Wings.
subscribers.
What kind of a nonsense statement is that?
What, a candid camera yet?
No, look at it.
What's that? Go Wings? What are you talking
What
about,
does that
Joe?
even mean? They're not
Go
even
Wings.
good. They're not even good right now.
Your Wings suck, man. They suck.
Panthers. Oh, he doesn't even know who's playing. He doesn't even know who's playing. Yeah, that's right.
You're so mean. You're so mean, Joe.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He had to Google that quick.
You're so mean,
Google
man.
it quick to
No,
figure
he's
out
doing
who's
this
actually playing.
He's doing it on purpose. He's just being an
He
asshole.
doesn't even know.
Just being an asshole. Why do you got to do that, Joe?
Well, usually,
Come on, Joe.
You don't even look cute when you did it.
You don't even look cute. You can look better when you're doing it. I'm just saying. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Joe. We'll see you around the next one. Oh, I got to click this correctly. Bye.